So in the last video, we talked about adding users and changing, basically adjusting managers and the permission levels and security settings. But one of the things, again, that you really have to make sure is that you have your allowed domains, right? So any domain that you have in here, other than, you know, they're going to receive a reduced level of access. And depending on what they do within the account, they could be flagged for certain things. So it's always best to have, if you have any additional domains, you have URLs under, like for me, I have, collateralgrowth.com, I have collateralvisions.com, and then obviously we want the Gmail in there as well. So one of the things that we have to do next, obviously, is actually validate the phone numbers. Okay. So that's really, really easy as far as like from a conversion point, right? So what you're going to basically do is, you're going to be in the account, and you can do this at the account level or you can do it at the campaign level. It's just about anywhere that's in here. In order for you to do it within the campaign level, you have to have the phone number in there. But the main thing that you need to be able to do is, before you even put your call extension in the account, make sure your phone number is on your page. Now, I'm going to use one of my past clients on here as an example. So Marketplace A was a site that I built out a little while back. And it's basically, you're going to see on here where there's a lot of different kind of call out almost variables that clarify what it is, right? But first and foremost is you want to make sure that this phone number is the same phone number that you're advertising in your account. And you see how it's down through here, and you don't have a bunch of confusion all over the different page on there, because what Google is going to do is whenever you create that call extension, Google's actually going to take that number basically, and they try and do almost like false calls to it. It's basically a validation process that they go through. Sometimes they have a human do it, sometimes it's an automated system. But whenever you put that number into the system as a call extension within your account, regardless of whether or not it's live or not, it's going to immediately start doing the verification process. So you want to make sure first and foremost that you have the phone number that you're going to be advertising on any landing pages that you're putting in your ads as you're creating this, as we go walk down through this. So that's going to basically set you up for the proper validation. Now, in the next video, we're going to cover some of the policy lessons and some of the tools I use to create some of these policies in order to make sure that, again, whenever Google first sends the crawlers out to your site, that you have all the necessary material and all the validated information on there, so you don't get any red flags, because those red flags, they tick up basically, right? So if you get one now, it's in your permanent record. It's almost like back in elementary school when they used to say it's going to be a tick in your permanent record, right? Well, that's what Google they literally do. Okay. So they're going to, file, like, there's a tick for this violation, there's a tick for this violation, there's a tick for this violation, right? And if you get too many of them, you can ultimately compromise your account where they may ban you altogether. So that's why it's incredibly important to make sure that your site is just as it's set up ready to go advertising before you ever put that URL back into the account. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of importance of where to validate these accounts and how to validate your phone numbers and also the domains. In the last couple of videos, we've covered that. And then the next video, like I said, I'm going to go into actually creating the policy docs and making sure that you have the necessary language in there to meet Google's requirements. So thanks a lot for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next lesson.